Hi and welcome back to The Books Were Everywhere. So today I am here to share with you my Spoopathon TBR, which I am incredibly excited for. This is a readathon that is running throughout the entire month of October and is hosted by Spoopy Hall. I will link the announcement video down below because I'm sure that Hall explains it a lot better than I do, so I would go and check that one out. But I'm very excited. This readathon basically traps you in a haunted house, and to escape this haunted house you have to read books. And yeah, I can't wait. I have joined the team Spoop Shifters, which is Spoopy Hall's team herself, and we can actually move diagonally on the board. I don't think I'm actually going to use this, but I wanted to choose a team and I ended up choosing Holly's, which I am excited to use, well, to have that ability, but I am actually not planning on using it during my reading. So basically there is a board which has prompts on it and is the map of you getting out of the haunted house. I will put it on the screen briefly so you can have a look, but I would highly recommend checking out Holly's video, the announcement video, which explains this a lot better. But basically you choose a path. Depending on your team, you may have an ability to take a different path, or like I said, I would be able to jump diagonally if I wanted to, but I don't think I will. And yeah, you choose a path, you have to defeat the ghosts by reading, you have to open the doors by reading, and escape the haunted house. You can then go through it again. I have pledged to go through it once, and I'm only planning on going through it once because I think that is enough, especially because I also have my TBR mini golf and I have other books that I want to read this month. So there isn't actually any crossover between my TBR for my TBR mini golf game and this one, not in the sense of two books are on the set like different TBRs, but there is a series crossover, which will probably become clear when I get there. But I did film this one, I am filming this one after my TBR mini golf, so I had the option to choose some off there, but that just hasn't really fitted. So in this board, each prompt equals 25 points. Bonus prompts equal 50 points, so you can double up on prompts to move down faster, and you can also add the bonus prompts on top of the prompts that are on the board. I think that's the idea of them. And to escape the haunted house, you actually earn 100 points. So the bonus points prompts are LGBTQIA plus rep or author, buddy read, spooky book, the cover of your book features your team's colour, which is, for me, it's pink, and recommended to you. So yeah, let's get started on my TBR for this readathon. I'm very excited. I had a lot of books I wanted to read in October. I haven't managed to fit all of them onto this TBR. There will be others that I really need to get to in October, or I'd really like to get to, but I am excited for the ones that I have chosen for this video. So yeah, let's get started. So I am going to be starting on the prompt Gifted to You, and for that I'm going to choose On a Night Like This by Lindsay Kelk. This was gifted to me by the publisher, so thank you so much to Harper for gifting me this one. And I mainly requested this one because my boyfriend Mark absolutely loves Lindsay Kelk, so I requested this for both of us because I know he'll want to read it and I want to read it as well. This will be my first Lindsay Kelk book, and this one comes out in November. I'm not sure of the exact date, but I wanted to, so the 11th of November it comes out in a hardback, and I wanted to read it before it comes out. So although it's not like the spookiest book, I did want to read it in October, and it was gifted to me, which is why it's on this prompt. So this one follows Fran Cooper, who accepts a mysterious temporary job as a PA to a secret celebrity, and then she is swept off her feet. So she's working with the global superstar Juliet, and Fran is charged with getting her to the Crystal Ball, the glittering event where the world's rich and famous gather on a beautiful Mediterranean island. What Fran doesn't know is on this night, everything will change for her too. It might just be the most unforgettable night of her life. So yeah, I'm very excited to finally be reading a Lindsay Kelk book. I don't think this one does fit any of the extra bonus prompts, but I am just going to check. So no, it doesn't actually fit any of the bonus prompts. Obviously Lindsay Kelk has kind of been recommended to me in the form that Mark really likes her work, but other than that I don't think I'm really going to fit this into any bonus ones. But that is okay because my next book does fit some bonus prompts. So the next book I want to read is The Tea Dragon Tapestry, and this is for the prompt of autumnal cover because I don't think I need to explain this. It's beautiful and it's very autumnal, and I think this one is actually kind of set in autumn. I think it's set throughout different seasons, but there is definitely an autumn section in here. This illustration is absolutely gorgeous and I'm really excited to read the series. I have actually got the first book on my TBR game, TBR, mini golf TBR game. TBR, which is where the crossover comes in with this one. I do need to read the second book, but that didn't fit in for autumnal cover, so I've chosen to fit the third one in, and I'll just read the second one in between for no particular TBR or anything. But basically this series follows Greta and her kind of tea dragons, which I think she finds in a market and then is taught by some cafe owners how to take care of them, which is like a lost art. And I've heard nothing but good things about this series. I'm very excited to read it, and it also fits some bonus prompts which will allow me to defeat the ghosts, which is after these two prompts. So it fits the bonus prompt LGBTQIA rep or author because the author of this one does identify as non-binary. It's also recommended by booktubers. I've seen this a lot, so not recommended to me by a friend, but I know Booksnest talks about this series before, has talked about this series before and really enjoyed it, so I'm going to take that as a recommendation. And it kind of features my team's colour in like pink because it's kind of like pinky orangey. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this one, and I can use the bonus points to get past the ghost. And the next book I have chosen is for 500 plus pages, and that is The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. I think me and Alex are going to try and buddy read this one. I was sent this one by the publisher last year, so thank you to Orbit for sending me this one. I'm very excited to read it, but it was just a little bit too late when it came last year that I didn't really want to read it by the time it came. I wanted to save it for October this year. I don't know much about this one. I know it follows witches, and I think it follows the witches in kind of like a suffragist movement in 1893, and it follows the three Eastwood sisters as they join the suffragist movement. And yeah, I'm really excited. This one will also have bonus points because I will be buddy reading it. I say it counts as a spooky book. I mean, it's got witches in it, so I'd say it counts as a spooky book. And yeah, that's probably it. I'm not entirely sure of the rep in this, which I think is hard to tell when you haven't read something. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure of it, but I'm very excited to read this one. So by this point I should have 125 points to unlock the door to get me through to the next one, and this is where I think I am going to use my team's ability to jump diagonally across the board. I wasn't going to do this, but I think I have decided to do it and go for the trick or treat option, which is across the board from where I will be. So at the moment I'm on 500 plus pages, I've gone through the door and I'm going to jump diagonally to trick or treat, and this one is basically, it's explained probably better than I will be able to explain it in Holly's announcement video, but essentially you put a trick and a treat, so two different books, one you would really like to read and one you're not too bothered about. You put those on a poll on Twitter or on Discord or wherever you want to, Instagram, whatever, and you ask people to vote without telling them which is the trick and which is the treat. I have literally only just put this poll up, so I'm not entirely sure what the result of it will be, but I chose the Mercies as my treat and the Kill Order as my trick. I do want to read both of these books. The thing is, I need to read this one in October, and I don't necessarily want to read this one in October. I could, but I don't necessarily want to. This one would wrap up my reading of the Maze Runner series because I don't think I'm going to pick up the Fever Code. I have been slowly getting my way through this series, but yeah, so this one's kind of a trick, even though it is on my TBR and I do need to read it. I don't want to right now, but the Mercies I am actually reading as part of a buddy read. I was going to put this in for diverse rep as it's very much about women and it's a feminist novel from what I know. But I am going to make use of my diagonal jump as to be able to do trick or treat because also I really like the concept of it, and I've been hearing a lot about this book, so hopefully right now this one is winning with 88% versus 13%. That doesn't work out maths wise, Twitter, but sure. 13% or 12% of this and 88% on voted on this one, so hopefully this one will win. I project this one to win. I will put it in the description box so you guys know, because the Twitter poll will have closed by the time I edit this video and put it out. But let's hope it's the Mercies. This one is set in 1617 on a Norwegian island, I think. Yeah, and basically all of the men in the village are lost to the sea in a tragic accident. So it's set around the women who kind of find their own independence, and end up on their own on this island, and then somebody arrives from, I think, Scotland, a sinister figure with his young wife, and I think this wife kind of joins them. I'm not entirely sure, but it sounds really interesting. I really, really want to read it, so hopefully this one will win my treat, but we will see. So this one will accumulate bonus points because I will be buddy reading it, so it works out, but I don't think it has any more bonus points on there. So I need 200 points to get through the door. I'm hoping I have enough by the amount of bonus points I will have accumulated by now, but I haven't quite worked that out, so I'm just gonna hope and pray and move on because we're losing the light. But anyway, the last prompt is Read It After Dark, and for that one I have chosen Medusa by Jessie Burton. This one is a kind of retelling of the Tale of Medusa for teens, and I really, really love the cover of this book. This is a proof copy that comes out, I think, in the middle of October, so I would like to read it in October by the time it comes out, which hopefully I'll be able to do. Thank you to Bloomsbury for sending me this one. I do want to read more mythology books, and I am slowly getting there, and yeah, I am really looking forward to reading this one. So this one is for the prompt Read It After Dark. I read after dark most nights. I mean, it's getting dark now at like 7 p.m, but I definitely read before bed basically every night, so it won't be hard to fit in with this prompt. I won't say I'm going to read it all after dark, but I feel like reading some of it after dark is okay, in my opinion. So that is my TBR for Spoopathon. I'm going to go now because, as you can see, I am very quickly being plunged into darkness, but I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm very excited to take part in this readathon. If you would like to see me take part, I will be doing weekly vlogs in October, so I hope you'll join me for those. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, comment down below, let me know if you're taking part in Spoopathon yourself, subscribe to the channel to see more like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!